I feel like I'm going to get flamed for this take, but I don't think you should be taking whey protein powder. I know that's a bold statement, but allow me to explain. First of all, I do think whey is a good supplement. It's got a lot of protein, it's cheap, convenient, easy to down. I was buying it for a long time, so I understand why people swear by the whey. And the topic that I'm making this video about isn't going to apply to everyone. However, and that's a pretty big however, there is a side effect of whey, a pretty bad side effect that many people have been known to experience, including myself. Trust me when I say this is a side effect that nobody wants. Like, most people are going to the gym to get big, for vanity reasons. And this is one of the most counterintuitive things to that, to looking good. So here's my story. I got into the gym at the beginning of uni, so around 2 years ago now, give or take. And I was thin, like about 60 kg, standing at 6 foot 2 inches tall. So the best thing I could have done was go on a massive bulk and start packing on some real weight and muscle. And one of my mates who'd been going gym a lot longer said that I should pick up one of those mass gainer protein powders. The one I got was from My Protein, and it had a lot of protein and carbohydrates in it. And because I was too lazy to cook and deal with all the eating, it seemed like an easy way out. So I continued with that for a while, and then I saw, okay, I'm putting on some size, I'm getting a few compliments here and there. In my head I'm like, damn, this shit is actually working. So the next time I needed some protein, I bought the premium mass gainer from My Protein. I think it was called Extreme Gainer Fuel, something like that. It was all the protein and carbs from before, but in higher, extreme amounts. And I thought, well, more equals better, doesn't it? So I take this one for about a week. So a few days later, I woke up in the afternoon because I always slept really late in first year. And I noticed something. I had this angry looking rash on one of my arms. It just appeared out of nowhere. And it was painful and really itchy. I didn't think too much of it at the time because, you know, everyone gets rashes in the hot weather sometimes. But as each day went by, this rash would just spread more and more. I started having it on both my arms, my back, my shoulders. Then another few days went by and I started having it on my legs. And I realised I was having a proper acne breakout, which was really scary because I went through my entire teens without having any skin problems, no spots, acne. It's the same with all my family too. And this shit got so bad that it was keeping me up at night. I was in agony. The worst day was when I had to go to this wedding and I had to dress up smart, but I had this suit and it was a few sizes too small for me, so the clothes were just rubbing up against my skin the whole day. After that, I just said, fuck this. I'm not waiting around for this to spread to my face. So I rang up and got a hospital appointment. They were trying to make me wait until the week started up again because it was the weekend, but I was really insistent and I managed to get an appointment the same day. And I was dead ass waiting like 3 hours, but I saw the doctor and he prescribed me with this really strong steroid cream. They don't give it out to most people because it is really strong, but the doctor was quite shocked when he looked at me that it had progressed in such a short amount of time. By the time I got that prescription, I'd already kind of figured out that it was the whey protein powder that was doing this to me. I haven't got any allergies that I know of, so the whey protein was probably the most abnormal thing in my diet, so it was the first thing that I started doing some research on. It turns out that whey protein increases the production of this hormone called IGF-1, and that has some positive effects like stimulating the production of testosterone and other androgens, but it can also increase the production of sebum, which is the oily substance on our skin, and too much of that can lead to clogged up pores, spots, acne. People say this is a fairly common side effect of whey protein if you're sensitive to dairy, which is weird because I'm not lactose intolerant or anything like that. I don't respond badly to milk or other dairy products, but I need to come off the protein powder effective immediately. And thankfully within like 2 weeks of using that steroid cream, the acne did clear up. My girlfriend was really nice and she would always rub the cream on me in the places I couldn't reach, like multiple times a day as well. But the depressing thing is, I still have scars from it, like all up my arms and my legs. I don't know if you can see that or whether it's in focus or not, but like right here, up my arm. So what's the lesson here, guys? If you feel you need to take protein powder, then I'd recommend switching to a vegan blend. And I know what you're thinking, oh, vegan cringe, but vegan is just a buzzword that the companies use to make it seem more trendy. It's just plant-based protein. The main pro of it is it just agrees with your body. There's evidence to suggest it's absorbed better into your body, so you're less likely to get digestion problems or breakouts. They also still have a lot of protein in them. You just got to find the right blend with all the essential amino acids. The cons are that the flavours usually aren't very good, but I never understood why people buy protein for the flavour. Most of the flavoured proteins that I've tried in my life have been horrible, like All the My Protein ones were absolutely terrible. There have only been like a few good tasting protein powders that I've tried, and I've had to pay quite a lot of money for them. But protein is protein at the end of the day. Like, if you want something for the flavour, just go and buy a milkshake, bro. The other big con is that vegan protein powders usually cost a lot more money. And I understand that because I'm a student and I'm broke. You can't always be breaking the bank for that magic cure. But just like the food you eat, it's an investment in your body. You don't want to consume something that's going to give you kidney failure in 10 years. You spend more money, you're usually getting a better product. So I'm going to let you in on my theory about My Protein and all these other cheap brands of protein. Now, I'm no scientist, I can't analyse the quality and chemical composition of these proteins, but alarm bells always go off in my head when I see these brands. I feel like the product they make is kind of dirt grade quality. Obviously they have to be cheap because their main consumer base is teenagers, but have you seen the amount of discounts they do? It's proper sus. And it's not small sales either, it's like 30-40% off the product. And they do that a minimum of every month. If you have that many sales, then how much is the product really worth? Just some food for thought. But yeah, as I said before, not everyone is going to get acne from whey protein. It's really is different for everyone. We all have our own sensitivities and intolerances. Remember though, I was fine taking whey protein for a long time, until I wasn't. If vegan protein is too much money, you could try getting your protein from whole food sources. I know, unthinkable. Who wants to cook a meal? Anyway, I hope I saved a few people from a potential acne breakout. If you want to see more from me, be sure to subscribe and turn on post notifications. I'm going to be coming out with new advice on fitness, leveling up your social skills and dating life, and breaking down the issues affecting modern men. See you in the next one.